Namaste children, this is Maushmi, your science teacher, Mangala Vidya Mandira. Previously we have finished 3 lessons. Today I am going to start chapter 11, Light, Shadow and Reflection. So in this chapter what we will learn? We will learn about introduction, what is light, then luminous object, opaque, transparent and translucent object, how does light travels, then formation and characteristics of shadow, then pinhole camera, last reflection. Let us start. Light. If you are in a dark room in night, it is very difficult for you to observe the things around you, because you maybe open your eyes, but it's not possible for you to see the things. That means there is no light. If you switch on the light, it will be visible the things inside the room. That means light helps us to see the things. So light, how it happen? So when light will fall on any object, it will reflect, and that reflection will reach to us. Then that's why we can able to see, or the object will be visible for us. But so that means light is the energy which help us to see. And also when we will observe any light is glowing or sunlight, it will give us heat also. So as it has energy, so it will produce heat also. So now what is the definition? The light is a form of energy which make the things visible. Okay, so you might observe the some object around us which can give light their own, like sun, stars, then glowing bulb, glowing tube light, candle. So these all are giving light themselves. These are called luminous object. Okay, so luminous object means they will generate the light themselves. Okay, so we can take the example. Okay, sun, stars, bulb, candle. So these are the different example of luminous object. Luminous objects only have their own light. Okay, other than this all luminous object also can be divided in two types. One is naturally, one is artificially, like sun, stars. Then you might observe that firefly. These all are naturally luminous object, but electric bulb, tube light, candle, these all are artificial luminous object. But other than this luminous object, other objects are known as non-luminous object. That means they can't give the own light. Okay, like house, wall, trees, human beings, human body, like cardboard. These all are non-luminous object. Okay, now this also object can be divided according to passing the light through them. 3 types. These are opaque, transparent and translucent. Okay, let's see one video. Yes, the object, if you observe, this is allow the light passing through that, like glass, very thin transparent paper. So these are allow the light passes through them. These are called transparent. Okay, transparent object. So there are so many examples you can observe as a transparent. Next one is opaque. Opaque object will not allow the light passing through them. Okay, so these are called opaque, and opaque object will form the shadow opposite side of the source. Okay, so like wall, then wooden block, wooden piece, human body, these are the opaque object. It will not allow light to pass through them. Then Next one is translucent. Translucent object will partially allow the light to pass through the object, like frosted glass or like dupatta. If you take one clothes, so this will the translucent object. Little bit they will to. Now, how does light travel? So we can see the light comes from sunlight. Every day morning to evening we are getting sunlight, and also when we will switch on the light inside home, the light will spread whole room, it will observe. But how light will pass? If you observe go in that very thick lip trees, under the trees in a sunny day, you might observe to see the down of the trees, very small shadows, means spotted of light. So how it is coming? It is coming through the gap between the leaves in the trees. So like that way we can observe that how light passes through. So one example or one activity we can do with the 3 cardboard sheet, with that you can observe that how light passes. So you have to remember that light always passes in a straight line. Okay, so this activity you also have to do. So look at the video. We just take 3 cardboard, nail, 1 candle and wooden bar. So how you will do? First you make the hole. So to make the hole in the exactly middle of that paper, so you have to make the diagonally cross and you will get one midpoint, and just make the hole in that midpoint for the 3 sheet of paper. Okay, in that 3 cardboard sheet you have make the hole. After that you arrange them in with the wooden block. Okay, now in opposite side you keep a burning candle at the same height of the hole. Okay, and opposite side you keep your eyes. You can able to view the, you can able to watch the candlelight. Okay, now if you remove the middle one curd little bit, then it is not possible for you to see the light. Okay, so that means light always passing to the straight line. That's why it is not possible for you to, so light always passing through the straight line. So this activity neatly you have to do. Okay, now formation and characteristics of shadow. So what is shadow? Already we have seen when we are explaining the opaque object, when light we will light fall on an opaque object, so light not able to pass through the object, that's why it will make the shadow backside. So for that it will make the shadow on the wall or the ground. That means one screen is required for the making shadow, otherwise we can't see. So what is shadow? Shadow is a dark area where light from a light sources is blocked by an opaque object. Okay, so always shadow will form opposite side of the sources. Okay, here you can, so here you can observe the different shadow of different object. That means you might observe that how the object look like, the shadow also will be look like. Here you can see the shadow of a ball look like a ball, and shadow of a cylinder is look like a cylinder only. Okay, so now in the day different times you can see the different size of the shadow. So if you only go morning to the outside, you can see that if you face the sun, then your shadow will be behind and it will be long. And afternoon if you go again, if you see face to the east, that means sunrises side, that time you observe that your shadow is just down and it is very small. If you go evening time, again if you stand make yourself front to the east, that time you will get your shadow in front of you because sun is there in the west side. Okay, so like that, and shadow will be long. That means morning and evening your shadow will be long, and afternoon the shadow will be, that means it is depend on the where is the source. Okay, now this is most important characteristics of shadow of an object. That means shadow of an object will be erect, same side of the, that means if erect means if your that up is up only, down is down. That means if you are standing, your head will be it is erect, it is not opposite. Okay, the shadow of an object is real. Okay, and irrespective of the color, shadow always will be black, whatever the color of the object, but shadow will be black. And shadow can be smaller, already I told, equal or bigger, so it is depend on the sources. Okay, so this is the main characteristics. Also for shadow we need a screen or ground or wall, otherwise that means one screen we need where we can able to see the shadow. So if you observe your textbook, you might observe that there are so many shadow. So you can make this kind of shadow in your home also. Keep a candle and opposite side, and in the wall you can make this kind of shadow. So this is also nice. You can make that dog face, cat face, deer face. Okay, so birds, this all things you can make. It is the nice game with the shadow. Okay, now I'm going to discuss pinhole camera. So what is pinhole camera? So easily you can make a pinhole camera. This is light proof box. That means if you take a cardboard box, this, so you can make one hole in one side and little bit it is look like a camera, but the image you will get, it is inverted. Okay, so like this, one cardboard sheet you take and make a transparent in one sheet of paper. Opposite side you make a small hole, and your pinhole camera is ready, and keep it on a object side, and you can observe that inverted image of that, it is there in the screen what you placed. So size of the image depend on the following factors, like the greater of the distance between the screen and hole will be the larger image. Okay, greater distance between the screen, okay, then image in the pinhole camera is inverted, that means upside down. Okay, then image in pinhole camera is real, it can be formed on the screen, and then pinhole camera is the same color, so which color object, it will be the same. An image of pinhole camera smaller than the object or equal, or it can be bigger. So pinhole camera also be used to take the photograph, and if you use the photographic film in the place of the screen. Okay, then pinhole camera used to taking photograph. Pinhole camera is kept small so that only the very small number of light rays pass through that and the image form on the screen. And it also, pinhole camera is made bigger if the, that means if that hole we will make bigger, then the larger number of light will go and it will make the blur image. So many light will pass through that hole, that's why it will make the image blur. That's why we have to make the hole very thin, one small pin like hole we have to do. Okay, so this is pinhole camera. You can try this pinhole camera in your home, and you can use to see the object screen. Okay, now reflection. So reflection is the very important phenomena in light. With the help of this reflection only we can able to see or visible the object. When light will fall on the object, it will reflect the light rays and it will reach to our eyes and we can see. But how we could understand the reflection? If we take a mirror, you might observe, if you keep the mirror in a little bit in sun face, then you can observe that another one image you can observe like sun in the wall or in the floor. Okay, so this image is like this way. So when light falls on a shiny surface, the light rays bounce back. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. Mirror is a surface from which most of the incident light gets reflected. Of that shining surface, the mirror, we will get the reflection. So this is the process you might play with your friends. So if you keep the light sources, sometime you can do in the school with the geometry box backside. It is as it is a shining box, so you can play with your friends, correct? So this process is how this boy is keeping the light on the mirror, and mirror it get reflect and it showing the boy's body. Okay, so and like that, if you keep one mirror, then little bit far you can keep one comb, so you can see the light reflection how it is happening. So this is about this chapter. Okay, so I hope you have understood. In this chapter is very practical chapter, so many activity you can do like pinhole camera, the light passes through the straight line, you can find out you can list out the transparent object, opaque object, translucent object around you and which is used in your home. So these are all so many activities you can do, but I have given only one activities. Make a small video, that means you have to make small video how I shown you, like to prove light can passes through a straight line with the help of 3 cardboard and a candle. So 3 cardboard sheet you can take, make the pin, make the hole in the same direction and keep the mirror. So if you like that way you have to make a small video and then you can upload in the group. Okay, I hope you all have understood. Do the work and submit your work on time. Okay, thank you children.